Did you know that there are two ways to climb an oak tree? But before I tell you those two ways, I want to ask you a question. Do you want to discover the innovative approach to enhancing your team performance, your service team performance, and their retention? You can do that with AppWork, where gamification, that's a cool word, gamification and ratings bring out the best in your service team members. Now, if that sounds intriguing, let me tell you where you can learn more. AppWorkco.com. That's appworkco.com. Go over there and see how they are transforming your operations with advanced business intelligence that can turn data into powerful strategies. Now, two ways to climb an oak tree. The first way is that you can sit on an acorn, right? Now, we all know that an oak tree is a tree that grows gently over a very long bit of time. And so sitting on an acorn is not necessarily the most efficient or effective way to climb an oak tree. Now, you could argue that it might be the best way to climb an oak tree because of all the things you will experience along the way, and because you're doing it at a snail's pace or a sloth pace. You might get to the end of that journey and not really have any contributions to make to the world because you waited until that moment that you were top of, at the pinnacle of the oak tree, which could be dozens and dozens and dozens of years. Now, the other way is you just climb it. You find an oak tree that is already grown and you make your way up the oak tree, taking initiative, understanding that you are probably going to step on some branches that could break. You're going to get into all kinds of adversity along the way, along the path, along the ascent to the top of the oak tree. But the key is that you're going to be learning things along the way that you can bake into your DNA, you can imbue in your mind, and that you can exercise and put out into the world in a more effective way. So you can show up, as my friend Dr. James Rouse says, you can show up as a beneficial presence to other people in the world because you've gone through the rep and the routine of actually climbing the oak tree. I can't imagine climbing an oak tree. I don't know if I've ever done that, but the oak, the mighty oak, that is a metaphor that can teach you many, many, many lessons. So two ways to climb an oak tree. You can either sit on the acorn or you can climb it. All right, before we take off for the day, I just want to remind you that you can learn more about AppWork at appworkco.com today. The most incredible thing, in my opinion, is the fact that they allow you to gamify the service side of your business by ranking your service team members and by giving them the opportunity to gamify their work efforts, their workflows, the things that they do on a daily basis, service requests, turns, et cetera, et cetera. So go on over to appworkco.com. That's appworkco.com and learn more. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.